years. It's John and Rachel Psych. It's Alyssa and Rachel on YaJagoff Late Night. We're so glad to be here. I'm so glad because I've known Alyssa now for 7 or 8 years. And the fact that we're back here at Odyssey makes me so happy because I get to see you more often, but especially you're filling in for John. And let's see how this goes because maybe not.
Yeah, you said earlier, John who?
Right.
I did.
Sorry, John. He's not even watching. We actually decided it's called Alyssa, John. So let's see how this goes.
I am the Jag and yeah.
There you go. So if you don't understand who this person is, I don't know where you live because Alyssa is the programming. Are you programming music programmer?
I am. Yeah. I'm our
for Star.
Yes, I'm our assistant brand manager for 100.7 Star.
Look at you, all these titles.
I know, right? They just keep giving me more and more titles, but it's fun.
That's great.
Obviously,
How long have
I
you
love
been
it.
here?
I've been here now with Odyssey for 13 years.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that.
I know. It's so fun. We get to
still look 20.
I actually started doing nights on Star. So
Get
this
out.
is really when I kind of come to life.
Okay. I love it. That's what we needed. That's
when we wake up.
That was your audition. So
Yes.
here you are. So if you know that voice, which I'm sure you do, it is Alyssa. She is on 10 to 2, Monday through Friday on Star. And she is with us. She's joining us for the parade. So stay tuned to that. Yay. But here's all the jargon that John usually gives. Essentially, make sure that you are listening to us. Make sure you are subscribing. You can get us anywhere. But give us a note every once in a while and tell us what you think about it. Make sure that you remember that every Friday at 5 o'clock, it's a happy hour here at 5 Foster Plaza. Yeah.
I love it.
Tons of fun, as you saw. There's a charcuterie. We have some Trulies. It's always a good time. So, Alyssa.
That's what got me here.
Right. I did offer some alcohol. This is where we explain that the term Jagoff is a term of endearment.
It is.
But it is still like our job to call out the Jags. So
Absolutely.
we do have a couple of blog posts. The first one that we did, John is completely responsible for all blog posts this week. So the casino dealer allegedly caught stealing. Did you see how much money he allegedly got away with?
Over 20 grand?
Yeah.
How? How did this happen? Was it in a machine?
No, I mean, he was the dealer. And my confusion is, have you ever watched the movie Casino? Because they tell you exactly like this is not going to happen.
Absolutely, but no.
So, no. And what we love is that we can literally go to our newspapers and look at the headlines and know that we have a couple of Jags, and we had to point that guy out.
Absolutely.
Now, the next blog post, super funny because it's not a person at all. It's a deer. So the deer, and I did find it funny because it's actually near John's neighborhood, and you can see that there's like, if you're looking at the picture, you see that it's like you're not supposed to cross yet, and then the sign changes to cross, and then the deer's already across.
He's a deer in the headlights.
He's out. Yes.
He's out there.
Yeah. But luckily, for anybody who wanted to know, he did not get harmed.
No, he's fine.
Thank goodness.
That we know of.
That we are
We don't know where John is
Do
tonight.
not panic. Right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Just say it.
Where's he at? I was at the casino the last couple of nights, but I didn't see our burglar guy.
Well, that's
dealer.
good. But listen, John, I know he's going to kill me for saying this. He's officiating a wedding.
Is he?
Yes. Who wouldn't want John, the perfect Jag, to officiate their wedding?
The actual Jag.
I feel like he's going to turn that into our business model. So I'm a little worried because I have a feeling that's what's next.
The YaJagoff wedding.
Yes. Except I'm still Catholic, and that's not. Sorry, that's nothing I would never do. I know. I would never.
We could still do a fake. We could do a fake wedding, like our parade.
We will sing. That was good. That was really good. So what did Alyssa say? She said parade. If you've been watching and following along with YaJagoff or listening to Alyssa, you know that we are doing the Not Your Average Holiday Parade YaJagoff.
And I'm so pumped because it's up our way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're North Hales girlies.
Yes, we are.
And so when I knew that I was going to be at the block, I'm like, I'm already going to be spending so much money there.
Exactly.
We might as well wake up
story.
early, eat Mancini's bread.
Yes.
And get all fat and sassy.
That's what we do best. Yes. And we've done a couple things there before. We did a pet parade, right? Well, for Halloween.
Fun. Yes, I remember that. There was a ton of dogs.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was wild.
Like hundreds.
Yes.
There's not going to be hundreds this time, but there is so much action. Though. Yeah, you could totally bring a dog for the parade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we would be cool with that. Well, if you don't know what we're talking about, this parade does not move. So let's be clear. No. John and I actually sit in the back of a pickup truck and we circle it, we lap it. You and Kelly were part of the very first one.
Yes, we were. At your dad's spot.
Yes, in Manchester.
That was amazing.
Pouring down rain.
It was wet, but we had a blast.
We had so much fun. But we did look at the weather forecast and we do not think that it's going to rain that day. So fingers crossed. No meteorologist can. Yeah.
Well, Mary Alice is going to be there.
Yes.
So we need her to give an official parade weather forecast.
Or like no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Yes, please.
Something like that.
But you did also tell me that me and Kelly are going to be set up at a bar.
So it's the Pub on Wheels. Yeah, I mean, sort of. That's sort of it. So basically, it's November 30th at 10 o'clock. So they won't be drinking a lot, maybe. But basically, we have 5 different stops. Jenny Lee Bakery, Mancini's Bakery,
Oh my gosh.
Grandpa Joe's, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Pub on Wheels. So you and Kel will be at the Pub on Wheels, sitting there in your coats, waiting for us to come around. And this year is the karaoke. So people are just going to be coming up and singing karaoke.
A little fa la 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 la.
Yeah. What would you sing?
A little ho ho ho.
Oh.
A little Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays in sync.
Oh, I like that.
Do you
I
like that
like
one?
that. Yeah.
I think we could do
My
that.
daughter keeps singing. I don't know who it is, but it's one more sleep and ba 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 bum. Do you know that? One more sleep.
Yeah, something like
She
that.
made that up. She does not know the song. I swear to God. She
Don't.
just played along with me.
Santa, tell me.
Speaking of, yeah, I like that too. Speaking of, we have a great show tonight, and I've sort of debriefed you on how this all works, and you, of course, will do just fine. But we are getting to talk to Gretchen McKay from the Post-Gazette. She's a regular on YaJagoff. We love any opportunity that we can talk to her. And Megan Shane, who is the executive director and founder of the Connected Nest. I'm going to leave it there because you're going to need to find out what she does.
All right, Meg.
We're really excited to talk to them. But what you need to do first is, as you know, with every guest, we ask, what did you bring as a junk drawer gift? And you sort of doubled up because
I
you have a
did.
junk drawer gift. And the question of the day is, what's your Steelers superstition as we're getting ready for Sunday? So what's yours?
All
Did you
right,
bring
so
it?
I actually did bring it, and I just daddy yanked it out of my
Okay. Junk drawer.
junk drawer in my
Yeah.
office. I actually decided I should start decorating for
I love
Christmas,
it.
and I figured, with the Steelers game coming up this Sunday, taking
Yes.
on the Dirty Birds,
Yes.
we might as well get into the real spirit here.
Okay.
So a listener actually supplied me with this stocking. It was so
nice.
sweet, and you know what? Maybe she could be a musical guest sometime because she has her very
In.
own Christmas Steelers pump up song. She wrote it a while ago. It was actually about Juju, and Juju,
Well, he's
isn't
not
on the
here.
team, but we could
He
use
ain't
some
here.
good Juju always.
That's all right. Yes, for
So
sure.
yeah, this was super sweet. She sent me this along with a whole care package, hand sanitizer, you name it, cough drops when I was sick. That's
That
how
is so
amazing
sweet. Yeah,
our
your
listeners are.
And you are a diehard Steeler fan. Who isn't if you're living
Absolutely.
in Pittsburgh? So there you go. So that is going to be the question of the day when each of our guests comes up and talks to us. But in the meantime, we're super stoked because we've been working with the Greater Pittsburgh Art Council. If you don't know what that is, it's a conglomerate of all different amazing art organizations. And this organization is looking to kind of get the word out about all the different art that's happening specifically in southwestern Pennsylvania. So we want to remind people that we procrastinate here in Pittsburgh, but
We
don't
do.
procrastinate because there's a ton of art things that are happening. So this is the newest segment that we have, and we're going to call it Get Your Art On, YaJagoff.
Oh, get your art on.
We'll be
I
back
like
on
that.
YaJagoff Late Night. It's John and Rachel, and we are telling you, Pittsburgh, get your art on, YaJagoff. We even got hats for it.
Yeah, check it out.
I said beret.
Don't wait to see This Is Me, an art exhibit featuring work from over 80 incarcerated artists. It's only on view at the Irma Freeman Center for Imagination in Bloomfield through November 26th. Like immersive theater, you gotta see Quantum Theater's The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari at the Union Trust Building in downtown Pittsburgh through November 24th. We also recommend checking out Cracks of Continuity, an art exhibit by Pittsburgh-based artist Giovanna Ferrari at Ketchup City Creative in Sharpsburg through November 23rd. Plus, Three Rivers Film Festival is back, showcasing incredible films and multiple Pittsburgh theaters, including downtown's Harris Theater and the Lindsay Theater in Sewickley through November 20th. Don't miss Oat Milk and Honey, an art exhibit from the Future is Black art series. It features the work of 35 artists highlighting how aspects of BIPOC cultures are sold back to us as hip by mainstream culture. It's on view through December at Brewhouse Arts in the South Side. Check out their full list of events every week on their arts blog at pittsburghartscouncil.org.
Welcome to People's Clean Hydrogen Pilot Program. Here sits no ordinary container. It's a drop-in unit that transforms natural gas into clean, cost-effective hydrogen that can provide you with affordable, safe, and reliable energy with as few emissions as possible, removing carbon and making a product, not a pollutant. So no, it's no ordinary box. It's a powerful decarbonization tool, and just one of the ways Peoples is innovating the future of energy.
Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's. So now you can look at Manly here.
I'm sorry.
John and Rachel, or Ilista, back with YaJagoff Late Night. And
Hey.
Ilista, this is our stab at seeing how you interview. Like legit, not a non-music person.
Oh, I love that.
We're not
All
going to
right.
make her sing, right?
No, we won't make you do that. We won't put you on the spot, Meg.
We will not. So we introduced you at the beginning of the show. It is Megan Shane, Executive Director and founder of Connected Nest. So tell us what this is. What I love is that Tracy on our team, she vets. She's like this, I don't know, super sleuth. She goes through all the amazing things in Pittsburgh, and she's like, wait till you see what this is. So you can thank Tracy that she found you exceptionally intriguing. Tell us about what this is.
I appreciate that very much, as we are working to get the word out in Pittsburgh.
Sure.
So it is a nonprofit organization that we just began. So we're almost at our first year birthday. So we serve those who are on the journey to and through parenthood. And we do that through support groups as well as different activities and different community engagement opportunities in the area. And it all started kind of from running new mom support groups. So that is where my focus has been. And then my friend Alicia's focus has been in running infertility support groups. So we do
That's
a lot
amazing.
of different, we do a lot of different stuff throughout the month. And that is our ongoing goal, is to reach more who are
That is
facing
so needed in this area. First of all, thank you.
Right.
Because I think about a lot of, women, at least, that I'm dealing with right now, my friends. They're going exactly through this. They're all new moms or want to be. And it's nice to hear that there's somewhere that they can go in Pittsburgh. And what type of fun things do you do?
Yeah, we do a lot of different stuff. Our primary focus is weekly. We have new moms come sit together with their babies. They can have access to our group in the first year of raising their baby. We do groups in Westview as well as in Mars, Pennsylvania. So kind of in the north side of things, but then we're working on building out and expanding those offerings so that we can reach new neighborhoods and new moms. So they sit and they talk about basically what's going on and just get real.
Yes, it's like tea time.
It's there, spill the right. And I think it's one of those conversations where I'm a mom of 3 and I've experienced situations, even getting pregnant. So everybody has a story, right?
Absolutely.
Especially in that sector. And so I think it's conversations that women have that are whispered, but when you can actually bring it out and have it, and you're allowing that to kind of come forth, that's huge, right?
Yeah, every week I do the new moms groups, and every week I start saying there's literally no topic off topic, because this is just about what is going on in your life right now, and a heck of a lot is going on. So it's always good, because the minute you have a baby, everybody wants to know about the baby.
They forget about you.
Yes.
As the mom.
You're gone.
You just birthed the baby.
You suddenly are slightly invisible, slightly overwhelmed with all the things. And it's just so important to keep having those conversations with people who are in similar stage of life with you, as well as those who have some, professional insight and support. And we talk about mental health a lot. That's one of our goals, is just how not to forget to take care of yourself while you're taking care of your small children, which is so important.
When you're saying you meet, are you meeting online? Are you meeting at pop-ups? Is there a certain place that they go? How does that work?
Yeah, we do both online and in-person groups. So our in-person one in Westview's at the Westview Hub.
I knew it. Yeah. So Tracy and I live like 6 minutes. Well, you're closer.
Yeah.
Literally from there. And the
Right.
offerings and the resources are impeccable.
Yeah. So it's great because we're really adding something to the programming that they already
Right.
are doing, but weren't doing for that population. And then we also meet at the one in Mars is held at Discovery Church.
Oh, yeah.
And they have, a lot of good community spaces there too that they open up and let different people come and use. And then we also meet online through Google Meets.
That's so nice too, because I feel like a lot of especially new moms, they feel like sometimes they don't know where to turn to, whether it's because their friends aren't going through it, or they're just like, I just need an adult to talk to. I just talk baby all day, and I just
Right.
want to see someone,
Well,
going
that
through
or
it.
beyond a doctor, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
beyond
100%.
somebody, because sometimes I think that could be intimidating.
Right.
Times are so different now. When you talk about the mental health piece, I remember having my first one,
Right.
and I had some complications after, and found out that I had some depression, and I'm not that person. So you're going
Sure.
through this sort of like postpartum, and you don't know it. You
don't
hear
even
about
realize it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and it can take you off guard. I mean, sometimes you're too busy, too wrapped up in
Yes.
everything, or just too hyper focused on baby to even recognize what you're
Yourself,
going
yeah.
through. And it is just really important. I have women say all the time, I just needed to have something in my day to look forward to, in my week to look forward to, because maternity leave's a weird adjustment too. Like suddenly you're going from a social work engaging environment to an infant and maybe a dog. And you're oftentimes feeling very overwhelmed by those two beings in your space.
Yeah, you just want to keep everyone alive.
Yeah.
But then you're like, I need to stay alive.
Yeah, I forgot to drink. I forgot to have food today. So we have coffee and we have, granola bars and snacks there for them to come and grab their breakfast and also just sit and relax and not feel overwhelmed. And a lot of women, it's oftentimes the first time they get out of the house with their baby by themselves.
So that they are like, woo, yay!
Yeah.
Or like, can we just embrace for a hug right now?
It is a common, like all the things happen where everyone feels like, I sometimes feel like I should be giving them a sticker for showing up.
Sure.
And then other times it's just, come as you can, come as you are, show up in your sweatpants. It's fine. We get it.
From a business model standpoint, were you hearing word on the street kind of thing? Did you tap into your own sort of reflection?
Yeah,
And I know you're a mental
health therapist.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a combination. It's been an evolution getting to where we're at right now, because I actually started facilitating new moms groups about 8 years ago through another community organization, and continued to do that through the pandemic more independently. And that other program shut down. So I filled in that gap with what we were doing through one of our programs, the Empowering Moms program. And then just a year ago decided to found Connected Nest so that we could make room for those coming into the journey of parenthood and then ongoing, so that we can also provide additional parenting support.
And that's what's so nice is about having that community in general. Because I will say, as like, it's me and my husband right now, but it's like, I know I want to be part of that community.
Yeah, absolutely.
At some point in my life.
It's so needed, and it's probably one of the biggest things that we lack in day to day. I mean, the Attorney General just put out basically an announcement about how hazardous to our health parenting is. Like, what the heck are we supposed to do with that?
So unhealthy.
How do we cope with that? Like,
You don't.
We want to have children. We don't want it to be unhealthy to ourselves. And so from my experience as a mental health therapist and a mom of 3, and my oldest is 15, so it's been a while. To me, the most healthy aspect of parenting is when you're doing it in community and you're not doing it alone, and you don't feel
it
isolated.
takes a village. Yeah, for sure.
So that's our goal.
Where can everybody find out more information or follow you so that they can learn about it?
Absolutely. We are Connected Nest. ConnectedNest.org is our website. So that has all the links and information to all of our programming and fundraising and all of our different activities that we do. And then we're also on Instagram and Facebook, so they can
All the places.
find us there.
Okay.
Yes.
So you heard us ask the question of the day.
Well, I did.
Do you have? I know you didn't like it. I got the audience participation. So you don't have any kind of like tradition for games? No.
No
Okay.
superstition.
All right.
It really
Fast
depends
forward.
on the time
Fast
of the
forward.
game.
I gotcha.
Well,
What
do you do
I
on
have
Sunday?
a 3-year-old, so like,
God.
when does the game land? I might be in bed.
Yeah.
I might be napping.
It's usually around 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so, nap.
That's good.
That's
I
nap
got you.
time.
Nap time. Okay.
And then sometimes the games do put you to sleep.
That is true. What about a junk drawer gift? Did you gift us
Yes,
with a junk
I
drawer
do
item?
have a
Okay.
junk
I
drawer
love
gift.
this.
Okay, one. Oops.
That's okay.
One
You dropped
came
one.
from my junk drawer, and
Uh-huh.
one came from my purse, which
Okay.
should be a junk
It's
drawer.
the same thing. And the
Isn't
car,
it?
yeah.
Right?
Oh, I know these stickers. Oh
so
my gosh.
these are a junk drawer sticker sheet. It's partially used.
They're partially used. That's our deal. Partially used. That's
Straight
the best
out
part.
of the drawer because
Love
when
Does
moms
that show your
need
emotions?
stickers, yes,
Yeah.
they
As a
are
mental
different emotions.
Spoken by a true
therapist.
art
So
therapist.
exactly.
It's like, this is what I am today. This
Yes.
is what I'm not.
We
love
all
that.
need that,
Thank you.
or if someone around you is kind of feeling that way, you could just let them know. And
Just
then
put it on
Just
our
reminding you,
coworkers.
it's John and Rachel and Elista on YaJagoff Late Night. Go ahead.
And then our last one is a sticker that I made that's self-care is not selfish, which is definitely
Needed.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely an important tenet of what we do in our program. Too,
Women in
so.
particular, right?
Exactly.
Yes,
For sure.
See, that's why John's not here. I can say all these women things.
And that's what we should do
kidding.
on Sunday. Self-care
Yes.
Sunday.
Self-care
There you
Sunday.
go. Yes,
Let's
there's your
celebrate
answer.
it. That's what you do.
Absolutely.
Listen, Megan, it's a joy to talk to you. I'm anxious to see where this goes, and I
Yeah,
wish you the
thank
best of
you.
luck. Thank you for doing this.
I really appreciate it. Thanks
Next
for having me.
up is our dear friend and everybody's favorite person who doesn't really like to cook. Well, she kind of does now, but it's Gretchen McKay from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
Welcome to People's Clean Hydrogen Pilot Program. Here sits no ordinary container. It's a drop-in unit that transforms natural gas into clean, cost-effective hydrogen that can provide you with affordable, safe, and reliable energy with as few emissions as possible, removing carbon and making a product, not a pollutant. So no, it's no ordinary box. It's a powerful decarbonization tool, and just one of the ways Peoples is innovating the future of energy.
Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's.
Hey, everybody. Where are we at? We are in Mount Lebanon. If you look behind me, I love this street. So you might be familiar with Washington Road, which we covered here about a year ago. This is the road you might not know about, Beverly Road. It's adorable. And I stop here a lot. Actually, you'll see many reasons why. And we're going to take you past some of them. But perhaps you need to pick up that special something for that special someone in your life. We love this place. And look, this is what I love. They're actually closed because they're preparing to unveil their holiday treats. So look how it's wrapped. So you have to come back after October 29th and see. But such cool, unique, really thoughtful and beautiful gifts in here. And here is what I love about this strip. And no offense to Washington Road, but as you're seeing, it's quieter. It has a little more of like a quaint, a little more of a smaller town feel to it. And you really can get, all of these different things. And there are benches lined up so you can just sit, you can walk your dog, you can hang out. So it's a really just cool, different way to spend the day if you're in this area.
Elista, and we were coming out of Tressa actually did a little segment called Where Ya At, and it was Where Ya At Mount Lebanon. She actually lives in Mount Lebanon, and those are little micro areas that we're trying to visit, all these different neighborhoods in Pittsburgh to just see, a couple of streets, not like the entire area, but just kind of get a feel for where we are. Get out of there. Yeah,
I love it.
So, Elista, you got to meet one of my absolute favorite interviews, the one and only Gretchen McKay.
That's right.
One and only.
Who is also a North Hills girl.
A North Hillian, yes. We got
North
three
Hills
North Hillians.
Don't like those South Hills.
No,
We have no interest.
no bridge crossing here.
Yeah, seriously?
Right. So, Gretchen, we've had you on to talk about so many different things, and I just referenced that one of my favorite topics with you was when you did Aldi a shopping list for like $200 and some, which I don't
did
think could
under
happen.
$200 for a family of 4, 3 meals a day for a week. So
Amazing.
I need to get that
imagine?
list.
Well, that was 2 years ago,
Oh,
so
yes.
it's definitely double.
It's over.
But now I do a meals for
Yes.
2 for 15 and
Right.
4 for 25, and I just did my latest meal for 4 was only $21.65, I think.
Oh, what was for
about
dinner?
Oh, it was roasted carrots with hot honey, homemade chicken and biscuits, and homemade vanilla wafers.
Whoa,
Yeah.
we're getting wild.
I know.
So a little fun fact about you that I've
wafer.
like busted her on twice now is that you didn't love to cook. Like you've said this. You sort
my
of
God.
landed upon.
I
being
did, and
the food.
I want to go back to Megan because I had 5 kids, and there was no help back in the day, and I had a husband in law school, and I was alone, man. But so I guess I'm probably pretty messed up, right?
So no, I think this means you have to go to one of these pop-ups and give your,
Bring the Miller wafers.
I could have used the help, so
bring the hot honey. So, and that is, you're right. That's such
Yeah.
a great story. But you do such practical stories specifically about
Right.
food, and we're finding out that this is the 4th
This is.
annual cookie
cookie as we call it, it's the cookie challenge. For the Post-Gazette, and it's a lot of work on our part because I end up baking all the cookies. Unlike a lot of other cookie contests, we just ask for the recipes, hopefully a picture so we know what it looks like, and then the staff makes the cookies and we have a contest. And this year, the pastry chef for Big Burrito is going to be a judge.
Yeah.
Rick Seebeck is going to be a judge.
Is there anything that man is not a judge in? Like he knows about WQED. He knows about everything that's ever happened in
He knows
Pittsburgh.
food.
Cookies, yeah, for
we,
sure.
we are not stupid. We know who to call on to get people to want to do
Come.
something.
Yeah, sure.
So, but so it's a lot of fun. It's at Cafe Momentum, which is a really great restaurant. If you don't know, they help kids who've have trouble in life, get a step up. And there's some great prizes. The grand prize winner, $300 in Giant Eagle certificates and Cafe Momentum certificates. So, and this year we have 4 new categories.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Yeah.
Okay.
One
Hit us
is-
with it.
one is with
when
looks,
you interview
right?
a reporter, you don't really have to ask any of the questions.
No,
they
we
just do
just-
it for you.
let's let Gretchen
Go
go.
ahead, Gretchen. Yeah.
Well, we have family favorites, which is always, people love that. And those are just the cookies that, your grandma or your yaya or your nana or whatever you call her handed down over the
That's what I was
generations.
thinking. I was like, maybe I steal my grandma's
Yeah.
recipes to
Oh,
enter.
please.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
And then we have kid friendly, which are just cookies that are probably on the simpler side that you could make with kids. Although I would never eat a cookie a child made.
Never.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry, not even my granddaughter. And then we have social media worthy, which is cookies that you just have to put on Instagram or whatever
the Doug
the
Howman,
social.
like Doug cooking.
Exactly. That I hope they're not too pretty because I have to make them, and I'm not quite the baker. And then our 4th category, and I'm putting out a call for entries because this has sort of been lagging, and this is adults only cookie where it's got alcohol. So rum balls, anything with Baileys. But so if you have a alcohol infused cookie, please enter. We would love to see it. So.
Gretchen said, hit me with it.
Hit me with it because I have to make them and I
Yeah,
have to sample them.
Right.
So.
You
That's
gotta
a great idea,
Yeah.
though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
and there's so many different things out there now that you can just add a splash of, a
Yeah,
splash of. It's not like
that's
you're
all we
getting
need. And
hammered.
we have 3 winners in every category. We do a big thing at Cafe Momentum, and you get your recipe in the paper, so it's there for
love this.
prosperity.
That's
You get a little,
amazing.
a little bit of fame, and who doesn't like bragging rights?
Yeah.
So
Oh, for sure.
it's just a fun thing.
I know the ladies of the Christmas wedding cookie table on
yeah.
Facebook, that group. There's some really
Yes.
bad A bakers.
There
down
are
in the
some
burg.
bad. So.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They do know what they're doing.
And the best thing is then when it's over, all the cookies go to some sort of charity. So so they're
you have it all figured out.
We do. We gave them to Meals on Wheels one year. They've gone to homeless shelters. So I'm not sure exactly where Cafe Momentum will send them this year, but they will be eaten and enjoyed. It's not just,
and that's
for
all that
us.
matters. Yeah. So is there a deadline of some sort?
Oh boy, yeah, it's the Sunday
Want me to
before
look?
Thanksgiving. Please don't ask me dates.
You're fine.
Oh my God, is that this Sunday?
24th. No.
No. Oh,
No.
okay.
I love that she just looked at me and I had to look at my notes. It's the 24th.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I work in my job, I'm always working 10 days ahead, so I can tell you the date of every Thursday and Sunday, but I never know. I never know what
You don't
day
know the
that
deadline
is.
of it. Yeah, right.
Gretchen, I do have a question though. What is
Okay.
your favorite cookie that's come through in the past years?
Probably the one that won last year, which was a, oh God, I'm having a senior moment, but it was a sort of molasses type cookie.
All right, so she's into molasses, so you know.
I am. So, but I mean,
For
my-
bribing purposes.
Right,
yeah.
My advice would be if you're going to enter, especially family favorites, because that's by and far the most popular and we'll get dozens and dozens, try to do something that's a little bit different, or has just a really good, heartwarming story, because we really like the stories.
Right, that's the part. Yeah.
That's what's great.
Do you get like the boring chocolate chip?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, if that's...
Do they jazz it up?
no, if that's your cookie, that's your cookie.
Oh, come on. You have a little edge to you. You know that's not the one. Like, you need to be a little creative,
Well,
Gretchen. Come on.
All right. I'm not going to say anything.
She's like, I want the recipes, Rachel. You can have your opinion. No, I love it. Okay, so the deadline is the 24th.
Right.
And how do they enter?
If you, and I hope
love
you do, get the
that you have this.
newspaper.
Yeah.
We actually have a QR code that's right in the
Very
paper.
smart.
But if you just go to our website, postgazette.com, and go into the food section, there will be a link. Fill it out right online. And if you are not computer literate, I can take a mailed-in entry, because there are some elderly people who don't know how to work a computer, but I have to have it by Sunday the
24th.
24th.
Yeah. Do you need a voiceover for that?
I do.
And the voice of the Post-Gazette is Rachel Rennebeck.
That's right. So
And the only reason I knew that is because the 25th is whenever we're starting off our parade week,
Right.
or else I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So
Gretchen, where can everybody find you and follow you, because you have phenomenal stories beyond the cookie table?
where can you mean what's
Social media?
social media? Yeah, I'm GT McKay on Instagram and Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I don't do the whole TikTok thing, even though I'm supposed to. I think I might be too old.
You're
so-
not too old, but it's a lot. You're
Okay.
getting too
Follow
much
her.
dedication.
Yeah, but
you have
I'm-
to follow her, and you get to see her.
I'm always, my granddaughter. And I have, speaking of babies, I have a 9-month-old grandson who lives around the corner from me. And
Adorable.
last night we were doing crawling races.
I love that.
Although it hurt grandma's niece.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you did it anyway.
We did.
Gretchen,
he knew
are
it
you
was
a
a game.
fan of it? Yeah, that's what's next. You didn't even know.
Yeah.
You didn't even know. Surprise. Are you a superstitious Steeler fan? Do we have any interest in that?
No.
No?
But I do like to watch the Steelers.
Yeah.
And as a food person, it's like important when I do watch it that I have something good to eat. And
Sure.
Steelers Snicky.
This is one fun story we'll be working on. You know that the Kansas City Chiefs are coming to Pittsburgh on Christmas.
Yeah, it's the Taylor Swiftness game.
Exactly. So guess what kind of story I'm going to do? A Taylor Swift tailgate.
So fun. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
For all
the
those girly
Swifties.
fans.
Such a good idea.
You
Just
know-
reminding everybody real quickly, it's John and Rachel on YaJagoff Late Night and Elista. So
Yeah.
make sure you keep listening. Go ahead.
Okay.
You can keep going. So
I can
your
keep-
tailgate.
okay. Yeah, no, so I'll have the tailgate. I was actually in the very last row of Taylor Swift when she first came to
What did you
Pittsburgh
think?
in 2009, was it?
And
The first time?
you're a last row kind of person.
I am last. I'm going to Dave Matthews tonight, and I'm in the last row. I saw Bruce Springsteen. I was in the last
Right.
row.
You just
She's holding
your exit
down the
plan.
nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Well, I like to be able to go behind the seats so that I can dance and maybe make a quick exit if it sucks.
It's a good plan.
I make one comment about a chocolate chip, and you say if the concert sucks, I'm out. So was Taylor Swift good when you first saw her?
I don't know. Yes,
okay.
of course.
All
I
right.
was with
I'm a
gotta be.
Swiftie, so I don't care.
12-year-olds, so
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
Can't wait to
gotcha.
see the tailgates that you put together.
Yeah,
That's
tailgates,
going to be
yeah.
cool because
Yeah.
I know my
Minus the L.
sister and they're going to be at that game.
Are they, well,
So-
yeah, my daughters are actually going to come and go, and I won't even be home. So there you go.
There you go. What about a junk drawer gift? Are you gifting us
I
with anything?
am.
I'm so excited for
And
this.
this is awesome.
Okay, bring it.
It's a broken pair of glasses.
Did they work?
Oh yeah,
Wait, let me see
I
what-
wear reading glasses
They're so
and
gross.
and
I
oh
love it.
stop. Well,
Look,
you know
they're-
what?
'cause they're in your drawer.
No, they weren't in the drawer. They
weren't
were
in the
like
drawer.
behind the.
They were behind
They were
something.
behind my dryer. And
It looks like you were baking in those.
I wear them. They're always falling off my head. I'm stepping on them. I break them. I buy them by the dozen from China.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
So, and those are my favorite. They're the blue ones, which they don't
I
make anymore.
understand.
These look like the Ralphie glasses after he
that's
got
so
shot. His
cool.
eye shot out, and he stepped on them.
So that's they weren't in a junk drawer. They're
I
on
love
my
them.
So my beer
laundry
glasses.
I will cherish them because I feel like they're for me.
And they
So,
work.
Yeah.
They're
they do work.
2.0.
Look at you.
They're
2.0.
really bringing everything to life.
Stop it. You're just young. Oh my God.
Gretchen
Just
McKay,
wait.
you will forever be one of my favorite people, let alone one of
Aw,
my favorite
thank
interviews.
you.
So thank you so much. We need to bring you back next quarter so we can figure out what you're doing food-wise. So thank you for
We'll be
joining
happy
us.
to.
All right, next up, we always have a musician on our podcast, and funny story about this guy coming back. So stay with us on YaJagoff Late Night.
Welcome to Fernandez. Can I take your orders?
You need a tappet?
No, we don't use this. We know how to yell the sandwich, the cook. Here we go.
It's John and Rachel. We love to dig into iconic Pittsburgh places like Permanis. So we brought our friends from People's Gas.
Please call at least 3 business days before you dig.
It doesn't matter if it's a big project or something small like a mailbox. Always call before you dig.
I called. We can dig in.
So please call 811 3 business days before excavating so you don't have to call 911.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
This week's Jeet Jet, we're hanging with Doug Heilman, and he is going to be telling us about this really cool dish. Doug, what are we going to be prepping today?
Well, we're getting into like the holiday season, and so I have this fennel stuffing frittata that I made on the Great American Recipe this past summer when I was on. It gives you all of the Thanksgiving flavors, but it's like a breakfast thing.
The Great American Recipe, where does that air?
It was on PBS,
Oh.
and you can now stream it on pbs.com.
That's perfect. All right, well, let's get into this.
Okay, sure. So a lot of what's going on here is like your regular stuffing items. So we've got some bread that we're going to cube up. I usually use like a small baguette or a couple of those like ciabatta rolls, like maybe 2 or 3 of those. A little bit of celery, white onion. I think what really makes this Thanksgiving-y is some fresh herbs. We're going to use some rosemary, sage, and then I put in some extra ground fennel.
John and Rachel, YaJagoff Late Night with Elista filling in for John tonight. And this is one of our favorite parts because we get to chat with one of our favorite musicians. But you got to make sure you're checking out our segments like Jeet Jet. Monica went to see the one and only Doug Heilman.
I love
they
Doug.
had some great conversations. So check that out online. But in the meantime, conversation for you, Andre Costello, is that John Chamberlain specifically requested you as a musician. He said he was one of my favorites. We haven't had him on in a while. And look who's not here.
He
Just
is not
telling
here.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So
He really wanted to see you.
yeah. Oh, well, that just means you get to do a really good song that he gets to watch.
Means I'll have to come to a show, maybe.
There you go.
Like you have one coming.
You do. Oh, that was good. It was so smooth. So where are you performing in the near future?
Tomorrow, I'm with Randy Bauman and the Randy Bauman Ramble
Sure.
Band at Mr. Small's Theater.
Okay.
We're doing The Last Waltz, which is
I did see that.
Martin
Yeah, yeah.
Scorsese documentary on
Right.
the band.
It's pretty cool.
Which is known
Very cool.
as the band.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing. I'll be playing the part of Neil Young.
Yes.
So that's cool. Yeah.
And Mr. Smalls is so fun. I love it. It's
Love
low-key
it.
one of my fave venues.
One
in
of
the
my
city.
favorite places
Yeah.
for sure. So anything else? Like, is there anything that's coming up like holiday time? Do you prep for anything like that or just kind of gigging?
I don't really do an annual holiday thing
Sure.
or anything like that. But yeah, this time of year, like most artists, we just kind of
Getting ready.
go inward. And,
Yes.
Go hibernate.
Yeah, like write and record and maybe figure out what the following year is going to look like
Sure.
as far as shows or music being released.
Okay.
I have
fair
an
enough.
album ready to release that will be an Andre Costello album.
And when is that?
It'll be this year. I'm going to be
TBD.
figuring that out now. That
TBD.
yeah,
Holiday
yeah.
time is, for you to kind of figure
Mhm.
that. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Where can everybody find you, follow you, learn more about your style?
Just Google Andre Costello.
Okay.
Is probably the best way.
And
Yeah.
John Chamberlain, you better come see you perform,
Yeah.
obviously.
Uh-huh.
Okay, did you bring us a junk drawer gift?
No.
Okay, that's okay. You're like, no. I mean, I just came here to perform, and we'll say it's the guitar.
My case has a pocket, which is kind of a junk drawer.
Yeah, you could just reach in and find anything.
Yeah.
Got it.
Is there any money in there?
Superstitious wise, are you a
Just no
Steeler fan, and will you do anything in particular to watch the game on Sunday?
Well, I mean, pepperoni has to be in the house. That's,
Okay.
I mean, you have to have
Right.
pepperoni.
I love that you say it that way. Like no one else had anything like that to say.
I mean,
so that's
everybody
great.
does. They don't realize it, but it's an essential.
In bread form, on pizza, any type. You'll eat it
You
anyway.
can-
You're in.
Yeah.
It's like the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah, everything is secondary to the pepperoni.
All right. So the best part is he is going to perform for us, but we get to chat. Well, we get to catch up with the folks from Discover the Berg who are going to tell us all the things that are happening. And then Andre Costello. Thanks for joining us on YaJagoff Late Night.
Hey everyone, Jeremy and Angie from Discover the Berg here, and we are bringing you the 412 Do's for the week. You know, Angie, it is almost the holiday season.
It really is. We are so close to Light Up Night.
It is, which is not this week, but so many places are getting ahead of the game and actually starting some of the holiday celebrations a little early this year. You know, what do we got, Angie?
Well, so this weekend, there's a lot going on. On Sunday, we have the Cathedral of Learning is having their holiday open house. So this is a great chance to see all of the nationality rooms decked out for the holidays.
They're beautiful. It's so nice.
Yeah, very cool to see that. The trees up in all the rooms, all the decorations. There's going to be lots of crafts and cultural demonstrations and artists like performances, choirs, things like that. So it's a great intro to the holiday season, I think.
Definitely, and it runs from about, I think, 12 to 4, but check that just to be sure. Also, Phipps Conservatory is starting their Winter Flower Show Holiday Magic this weekend as well. You know, normally that starts around Light Up Night, but we get a week early this year. So make sure to get your ticket, you know, kind of around dusk so you can see Phipps around when it's kind of a little bit during the, you know, the evening glow, and then stay for the
when they turn the lights on
outside. That's the best time to go before it gets too crazy also. You know, there's other events this weekend too. Beers of the Berg is bringing back the Winter Beer Festival for the first time in about 5 years. It's going to be at the Pennsylvanian this Saturday. So if you are interested in a beer fest, how many breweries are going to be there? Like
over a dozen.
Yeah.
Plus some other local spirits producers as well. So, and Jackworth Ginger Beer,
So if you
Maggie's, lots of other stuff besides beer too.
So if you need a last minute beer fest Saturday night, that's great. You know, when there's also some new restaurants that have opened up. We just went to Uncorked in Sharpsburg, right?
Yeah. So this was a cool spot. So it's sort of a jazz bar, wine bar, restaurant. So it's like you can just spend your whole night there basically hanging out, listening to great jazz music.
It has kind of like almost Prohibition vibes too, with
yes,
some of the classic
so
drinks
they
on
have
the
a
menu.
lot of their cocktail menu is focused on like the Prohibition era cocktails. So you can get some great drinks there, and also of course great food. So there's a lot of kind of small plates, shareable things, something for everyone really. Some handmade pasta.
Yeah, I actually really like the pasta the best. It was really tasty. And actually, while we're thinking of it, there is one more holiday experience, and this one's going to be at the zoo. They're starting something new this year called Wild Illuminations, and it's going to be kind of like a holiday take of what the Asian Lantern Show was this season. It starts it starts this weekend as well, and it sounds like it's kind of going to be like a cool outdoor walkthrough of the zoo. So if you like the Asian Lantern Festival but want something a bit more holiday spirit inspired, get your tickets for that. That also runs from now through the end of the year. And that's it for us this week for the 412 News. We're Jeremy and Angie from Discover the Berg. Find us at discovertheberg.com or on social media at Discover the Berg. We'll see you soon.
Hey, I'm Andre Costello. This is a song by my band Forestry Division. It's called Idaho Potatoes. Well, you hurt, 'cause you don't even realize what you meant to her. You're a flirt. You know that you'll never find another one quite like her. Florida, they get hurricanes. The plains, they get tornadoes. East Coast kids get heartache, yeah, no matter how the wind blows. You're not dumb. There must have been another thing that you could have said to her. But you're a bum. You could mess around and go around and hurt that girl. In Florida, they get hurricanes. The plains, they get tornadoes. California, tidal waves. Hawaii gets volcanoes. Kicking all the medicine, flush it down the drain. Oh, East Coast kids get heartache, yeah, no matter how the wind blows. When you see the red skies, then you're done. Can't believe everything that you read, 'cause you're done. Suddenly another disease and you're done. Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're done. Never mind the hows and the whys, 'cause you're done. Ooh, yeah. In the weeds with the birds and the bees, 'cause you're done. Ooh, yeah. Can't believe everything that you read, 'cause you're done. Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're done. Florida, they get hurricanes. The plains, they get tornadoes. California, tidal waves. Hawaii gets volcanoes. Kicking all the medicine, flush it down the drain. Oh, East Coast kids get heartache, yeah, no matter how the wind blows. All right, there you go.
Oh, that was awesome.
I didn't want you to be done.
I know. We wanted you to keep going. That was fantastic. One more time. That was Andre Costello. And thank you so much to Gretchen McKay from the Post-Gazette. Make sure you're checking out the amazing cookie exchange that's happening. Thanks to our new friend, Megan. We've learned a ton about kids, even if you don't know. Yeah. So we need you to help us out moving forward. Check her out. And thank you to Johnny, Monica, Michaela, as always, and Tracy for getting everybody here. But a huge thank you to my co-host, Elista. It was awesome having you. So thanks for joining us.
Girl, we'll get turned any Friday.
We'll again,
Let's
John
go.
Who. He's going to be following Andre. So have an amazing night. Follow YaJagoff Late Night. Thanks for being with us.